Hello everyone and Assalamu alaikum. In this video I'm going to discuss how to connect two networks using a router. So this is the first network. I'm going to just copy it. Okay. This is the second network. I'm going to change its labels because this is the network address of the first network is 192.168.1. So I will rename it as 192.168.2. This will be the network address of the network 2, and I'm going to rename the switch 1 as a switch 2. I will label it here too. Okay, the first address will be 100 and this address will be 101 and this will be 103. Yes, and this one will be 10. This is the 10, 100. This will be 10 and 2. This will be 102 and this will be 10 and 3. Okay, this will be 10 and 3. So now I'm going to configure it, and to create the configuration I will click here on the first computer as I did in my first video. On the desktop I will go to configurations. I have to just name it the 2 because I've just changed the network address. So in the second one I will click on the desktop IP configurations and I will change the network address 1 to 2 exactly for the other networks. And the desktop in configurations I will change this address to 2 because our objective is to connect two networks, and two network means that these are the different networks. They have different addresses. Okay, now I have configured them to check that or they are communicating correctly or not. Yes, it is communicating. This shows that it is connected correctly. So to connect it with the router, I will take one router. In the router I'm going to select, for example I'm going to select this one. Okay, and I'm going to rename it as R1, and now I will connect it. This is the switch, this is the router, these are the different devices. So I will click on the cable. I will just use the copper straight through cable, and as this is the gigabit Ethernet, so I will click on this port and I will click it as with the I will use the gigabit Ethernet. Okay, I just connected it, and similarly the second port will be connected with the second switch because we are going to connect it with the different network. Okay, this is the second network, so it is physically connected. So as you know that this is the network 192.168.1.100 and this is the 192.168.2.0. So I will configure the router, and to configure the router I will double click on it and I will go to CLI command line interface. Now I'm going to configure it, and to configure it I will first go, I will turn it on. It is booting and it will take little time in booting. You can also configure it physically. For example, if you are going to configure the gigabit Ethernet, then you can click here and you can do the configurations here, but I will suggest to do it by command line interface because the switches or the routers are not going to allow you to do it physically. to do it graphical user interface. So in the command line interface, I'm going to first exit everything. Okay, exit everything. So what I have to do, I will enable the router, enable. Okay, enable, and I'm going to configuration terminal. If you write the config, the initial words of any command, and after that you click on the tab, it will automatically complete your command. After that, this is the configuration. To do its configurations, I'm using the command configure terminal, and I'm just going to click, and you can see that this time router is in the configuration mode. Okay, and in the configuration mode, I'm going to this port, which is 00 gigabit 00. So to go to this, I will go to interface gigabit, and this is the 0/0. Okay, this is the 0 and 0, and I'm going to assign it address, and address will be 192.168.1.1. okay, 192, sorry, IP address, and the IP address is 192.168.1.0, and it's so I'm going to 1, and this will be 255.255.255.0. okay, IP address is assigned to it, and I will use the command no shutdown. Okay, no shutdown means to turn on it. Okay, it is done. So I'm going to exit it. Now this time I will go to the interface giga, and I will go to this interface. Okay, this will be 01. This is 01. So okay, I will go to 01 interface. Okay, in the 01 interface, first I have to do address. Okay, and the address of this network is 2. Okay, so 192.168.2.1, and the its subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. okay, and no shutdown. Okay, it is also turned on. After that I will exit this. Okay, exit this. Okay, now I'm going to check is it working or not. You can see that it's both ports are up. Okay, the one address is 192.168.1, and the second is the 192.168.2. okay, let's check is it communicating it or not. Okay, is it connected with the router? To check it, is this PC connected with the router? Yes, this is connected. To check this PC is connected with the router? Yes, this is connected. Now to check is there cross communication? No, fail. But why? Actually, what happened? What we have to do is the address of this port, we have to directly throw all the communication of this computer to this port, which is called a default gateway. And this is for this I will once again go to the terminal. This is the IP configurations, and I will just click here, and I'm going to, it's giving its default gateway, so it will throw all its network, all its traffic toward this port 192.168.1. okay, exactly I will do the same for every PC. So the last one, sorry, this is the exactly I will do the same for this one, but here I will through my network to I will through my network to toward this one, toward this port. Okay, and here too I will do the same. And for the last one. Okay, now it should communicate because we have configured the default gateway. Okay, yes, it's communicating. There maybe there is the issues in the first computer, or we have not yet configured correctly in the addresses, so it is working. So this was in this we configured the router to connect to network with each other. Now in the next video we will discuss how to connect two router with each other to communicate with other networks. Okay,